Hello everyone, this is my first YouTube video. I figured I'd make it on something that I'm passionate about and I have an interest in. That would be silver collecting and coin collecting. I see a lot of videos out there that were very helpful for me in collecting and investing, so I figured I'd help contribute. I'm going to be doing a critique on some Scottsdale products that I received, showing you the size, variation, quantity, and different things. And I hope you enjoy it. So to get started, I'd like to show you this bar here. This is the Scottsdale 100 gram bar. It's a hand poured bar, has a really beautiful polish to it. I'm using a standard 60 watt light bulb for my light source, so you can see that this bar has a really nice finish on it. Wonderful size. It's got the Scottsdale lion, purity, silver, and weight. Here's a side profile of it. Has these really nice rounded edges. Gives it a nice old world feel. Very, very dense bar. Feels great to hold. Back of it has a nice textured feel to it. I enjoy this bar very much. This is my first hand poured bar. To give you an idea of the size comparison, I'm going to show you a Johnson & Matthey bar. This is a 1 ounce bar. They call them pancake bars. It's virtually the standard size in the industry that all the companies are making now, such as Silvertown, Sunshine Minting, OPM, a whole bunch of them, but they're virtually the same size bar. This bar is still wrapped in its packaging. Most bars that are pressed or minted, I like to keep in the original mint seal. That way when I go to sell them, the bars still maintains its newness, and I'll be able to catch that nice premium. So as a size comparison, they're virtually the same in length and width, and the difference is the thickness. So you can see that this bar here is very thin. This is the 100 gram bar, and to just save you some math, 100 grams is a little over 3 ounces. So virtually this bar is 3 times as thick because it's almost the same size. One of the things that lured me to purchasing this bar was the touch factor, the physical in my hand feel. Like I said, every other bar I have really is this mint finish, and it's sealed. I don't get to touch it. Otherwise, I have pretty much graded Silver Eagles too as a coin collecting / investment, and once again that's encapsulated. So this feels great to touch. It has a nice ping to it. You can repolish it as much as you want. It's just good. It feels great in your hand. It's I worked hard for the money that I put into this, so it's a nice physical asset right in my hand. Scottsdale Mint did a great job with this bar. I'm very happy with it. So that's that. Moving up to the next purchase that I made, I have the 10 ounce stacker bar, which a lot of people really like, and as you'll tell in a minute, I'm one of those people. So you can see the light bouncing off that. It has a really beautiful polished machine finish to it. Has the Scottsdale insignia, the lion with the crown. It also has its weight, purity, and In God We Trust, which is pretty neat. Kind of gives it a Americana feel to it. These bars are produced in Arizona. So if you give a side profile, it's a very thick bar. It's dense. It's very ideal. On the side here has the raised panel. That raised panel is used for stacking. The reverse has a really nice machine swirl finish to it with the Scottsdale logo on the back. And this is a 2013 bar, so they used to have a different reverse, but now they have individual serial numbers engraved on them, which is pretty neat. Kind of protects you as far as theft or misplacement. And you might get a number that you might find lucky, so it kind of gives it a collectible factor to it, which is pretty neat. Give you an idea of the size comparison from this and the 100-gram bar. Okay, there's the difference there. And it's pretty neat that this is the same company. Here's a highly polished hand-poured bar, and this is a machine-finished 10-ounce bar. So you get differences in how they make it and differences in weight, which is great because it's good for investors if you can afford this. This is virtually 3 times the price, a little bit more. So it get an idea of what you can afford, but you get a variety from this company, so I'm very pleased with this. I have some additional stackers here that I purchased to give you an idea of how they stack. Okay, here's 3 on top of each other, and they stack very tight. As you can see, I can move this, and it virtually becomes a 30-ounce block, which is great for containing your silver and storage. Doesn't take up a lot of space. There you go. There is a really nice finish to it, and they're very heavy. And to give you a size comparison of how big these are, this is a PCGS graded coin, graded eagle. These slabs are virtually universal in the industry. So if you have one, you get an idea of the size of it once I do this. Okay, so it's virtually the same height. It's a little narrower in the width, but it's certainly thicker. There you go. So that's the only reason I have these PCGS and NGC slabs here, just to give you an idea of their size. So this is a nice bar in the hand. It's very dense, feels great, beautiful finish. Another product I'm very happy with, Scottsdale, so I feel like I made a good investment there. The next bar here is another 10-ounce bar from Scottsdale. This is their Reserve line. This is in the mint packaging. This is a pressed bar or minted bar. Has Scottsdale Silver, the American Standard, and the weight. This one does not have the In God We Trust, so they kind of mix it up a little bit there. I first purchased this bar because of the reverse, which has a beautiful proof finish. It has the Scottsdale logo with the line, and it has a sunray effect with the word Reserve spanning out, which I really liked. And when I was first looking at the bar, obviously on the obverse, the thing that hits you in the face first is the R for Reserve, and I was thinking to myself, wonder what that is. So when you go to the Scottsdale site, there's a section that says, what is Reserve? And essentially it's a philosophy based on investing and collecting that says physical assets rather than money and political persuasion are ideal. So that's the philosophy that I live by. I like to have a physical investment rather than stock or bond. It's it's not as tangible. This I'm holding, I know it's worth. If you're watching this video and you know the price of silver, you know it's worth. And that appeals to me in a lot of ways because it's global. It's not based on a U.S. currency or anything. This can be sold to anybody in the world. And the reserve philosophy is essentially that as you collect and invest, you're creating your own reserve and establishing your own wealth, which is really neat. So that put this bar on a whole nother level for me. I like it a lot. The only thing is, once again, it's sealed. Can't touch it. Not as much fun to play with. But I'm going to keep it in this plastic because it is sealed nicely, direct from Scottsdale. And when I go to sell this bar, if I ever do, I'll get a nicer premium because it's going to maintain in this condition. To give you a size idea from this bar and the 100-gram bar, as you can see, it's significantly larger. It's a little thicker. But this company diversifies well. So here's 3 products from Scottsdale. 100-gram poured bar, 10-ounce pressed bar, and a 10-ounce machined bar. And to give you an ultimate size on the 10-ounce bar, this is neat because these are the same exact weight. Oh, sorry about that. you can see, the reserve bar is much taller and wider, but significantly thinner. Here's the bars stacked on top of each other. An idea. And if you have an iPhone or a cell phone, the screen is virtually the size of this reserve bar. So I held my iPhone up to it, and the screen was about this exact size. So if you're looking for a size estimate, you can do that. If you have a PCGS or NGC slab, you can do that as well. It's very, very close to the same size. It's just a little narrower. It's the same width and a little bit taller. So that's about the size of it right there. And this bar feels very nice in the hand. Nice and heavy. Good for storage. Beautiful minting and nice silver. So as far as the Scottsdale products go, I'm very pleased. And since I've made this purchase, Scottsdale has a 5-ounce Prey bar, which is half this size that I have on order. They also have a 5-ounce bar that's hand poured that I also purchased. So I'm going to try to dig into as many products as I can from Scottsdale. I'm not really brand loyal, but I'm very satisfied with their products, so I'm going to purchase a few more items, and I'm certainly going to be purchasing more of each of these bars that I just got, especially these 10-ounce stacker bars, because when you start to purchase a lot of silver, anybody knows that if you have coins or rounds, Silver Eagle tubes or Maple Leaf tubes or generic rounds, they take up a lot of space. So here's 40 ounces of stackers, and it's virtually the size of one tube tall length. So you're getting twice the amount of storage in silver, and you can save some space. So these are very nice. So that's my first video. I hope it was very helpful for all of those who are going to make some purchases in silver or Scottsdale. If you have any additional questions for me, I'll certainly answer them and upload some more videos. The next videos I have are going to be some smaller denominations from 1 gram to 10th ounce, and different makes and different brands, and I hope they help in your purchases. Take care.